How we doing, everybody? I'm Jerry from Jerry's Majestic Marine. I'm the owner of it. This is a 307 Grady White. It's been my personal boat for the last 2 years. I've had it down in the Florida Keys to fish with, and it does an outstanding job in rough water. So we're going to do a little walkthrough on this boat, talk about all the features on it and other things that you need to know about this boat. We'll start out on the stern here. This is an insulated fish box. Does a great job. Put ice in there, it'll stay in all day. It's got a drain on it, it's an overboard drain. So any fish parts that are in there will run right out of overboard discharge, and we don't have to worry about cleaning the macerator or anything like that. It's a great feature on the Grady. It's unique to Grady's. On the other side here, we have an insulated live well. Pumps water out of the lake or ocean. Keep your bait fish alive in here. If you don't want to use it as that, it's a great cooler. You can put a couple bags of ice in there and it'll keep for 2 days. It does a great job, well insulated as well. Also in the stern here we have cup holders in various places, and we also have rod holders. This boat was set up for deep water fishing, where we're fishing with heavy weights and electric reels down to 1,000 feet of water. This particular rod holder is for a bent butt. This is for a straight butt for trolling and that type of use. It's got another rod holder up here. It comes off of an angle for trolling. It's also got rod holders on both sides, these rocket launchers. And then it's got rocket launchers on the top for storage. Starboard side, have another bent butt rod holder, a swivel, and 2 more rod holders for trolling, along with the rocket launchers on the hardtop. While we're back here, those are plug-ins for electric reels that are set up. They're all fused individually. There's 3 of them in the stern here, 1 over here and 2 on this side. This is a really nice feature on the Grady's. It's actually have a patent on it. That's a flip up, step out. So if you're docked on the starboard side, this is a really handy device to be able to step up and get it back up on the dock. This seat is also very unique to Grady. The way it opens up, it's set up to basically maneuver with one hand. You pick up the side and it locks itself in place. When you go to take it out of that position, you just need to pick up on this and it'll close itself. This particular seat here rolls in and out. There's a switch up at the passenger helm, and by pushing that button, it'll move this seat out and turn it into a lounger. It's very comfortable for passengers, or if somebody wants to sit down here and lounge when you're going to a fishing ground. And then when you need the cockpit space, it retracts. It's a great feature on a Grady White. There's 2 washdowns here in the stern as well. In this corner here, there's a freshwater washdown on that spigot, and then also a saltwater washdown. So also on the stern here, there's a shower which has fresh water in it. So if you're swimming and when you get out if you're on a beach or sandy or anything, when the pump is on, this will wash your feet down if you got sand on them, or if you just want to, if you're in salt water and want to get yourself the salt water off you, it's really handy. It works great. And then these are scuppers. These are overboard drains. So if you get a little sand or whatever in there, it'll drain overboard. This is a switch box here for the boat. All your fuses that you use all the time are on these 2 switches here. The red ones are your main switch. When those are shut off, all the power in the boat is dead. It's killed. When you turn them back on, you got it. There's some other breaker switches in here. One is for the bow thruster, and the other one is for the windlass anchor that's on board. So great features. This is your tuna door. Sometimes it's called that. It opens up. There's a swim ladder here that's really handy to use. There's also another swim ladder for the port side door that you can open and put a swim ladder on. Most of the time we use this one because it's really handy. There's a handhold back here for you when you're getting out right on the transom as well. And then there's a lock here that we can set this up so that the door won't swing when you're using it for swimming, or to board the boat if you want to get in the water. On the other side of this cockpit, we've got a refrigerator that runs on 110 volt, or it runs on 12 volt. It's sitting right over here. This refrigerator does a great job of keeping beverages and sandwiches cold. If you're at the dock and you got shore power, you can put your beverages in there. It does a great job of keeping them cold till you get offshore and you're ready to go. And then your 12 volt will kick in. This is a kind of little utility sink or utility area. It's a prep area. Currently I have some dock lines in there. This is a wash sink. When we're using the boat, there's usually a roll of paper towels and some hand soap in there. It comes in really handy. So up here at the helm, we have everything at your fingertips. This particular vessel is equipped with what we call total maneuverability. It has a bow thruster up in the front there. It's under waterways. There's a device here to turn it on and off. I just put my finger on here. You can hear that bow thruster moving, running. It'll kick your bow back and forth. It's also set up with a joystick feature, which has got a lot of good features on it. And when we get off this dock here, I'll explain some of that. All your switches for all your accessories are right at your fingertips. This is the horn button. It's got a windshield wiper. It's got your navigation lights, cockpit lights. Forward bilge has got its own switch, and also it's automatic. Aft bilge is the same thing. This is a switch for a windlass. You can either operate that from the helm, or there's switches up on the bow right next to the windlass. It's an accessory switch. This is your freshwater switch, your raw water switch, which takes water out of the lake or the ocean. Navigation lights, hardtop lights, your live well, and another accessory button. All right, we just cast it off from our dock here in Fontana, Wisconsin. Here we're coming into this drop-off. As you can see, it's starting to really drop off. And when it gets into that 40-foot mark, you're going to see a lot of fish. But that right on that ledge is a good spot. So if you wanted to fish right there, you've got a really neat feature on this boat. It's called stay point, and it's part of your joystick system. So I just kicked that into stay point mode, and it'll hold us right when I plug that back in. You can move just a little bit and deploy your anchor. So when you drift back, we got an east wind today. It'll drift back onto that fish spot, and you can fish off the back of the boat, and you'll have them right near or right under the boat. It's a great feature to have. Now this boat is right currently in stay point, so it's only going to move a total of about 8 or 10 feet, either port to starboard or bow to stern, and it'll hold it in here. It's also good if you've got a bridge that you got to deal with, and you got to wait for the bridge to open, and you're in line, or you got a traffic light that you have to deal with. It's really good for that too, because it'll hold you in the position that you're in. So it's got a lot of nice features, and you can, I don't know if you can hear the engine revving up and down or not, but it'll do what it needs to do to keep you in place. It's also got different settings that you can use. It's got 2 transducers on it. It's got a deep water transducer that'll give you a good accurate reading up to 2,000 feet. And it's also got another transducer that's really accurate in more shallow water. It'll give you a really good definition. When you go to take this out of that stay point, all you got to do is take your helmet, put it in the gear, and it takes it out of the stay point, and then it puts it back into your control. It's got a great stereo system on it. So this little icon here, it looks like a house. That's your home button, and that takes you to your screen that you want to use. So down below here, you got charts. You got your radar, sonar, combo, smart mode, and a vessel. Okay, we're on a vessel mode right now, and it's got all these things that you want to do with it. So we put that up on the vessel, and then it's got a camera that we don't have on board. This is your media. This is a trip. This is more information on the vessel. Tells you what GPS speed we got going on. This is your fuel consumption, GPS speed, odometer. Fuel used 175 gallons. This boat was just filled up with fuel not too long ago. It's got over 200 gallons of fuel on it right now. This was never reset when that happened, but it can be. Active captain. It's a download capacity for your app on your mobile phone, and you can connect your mobile device on the charter plotter and Wi-Fi. And it's got a lot of nice features on it. It's all in the handbook. Tells you what's what. So we go back there to the home setting. We go over here to charts, and it'll pick up the navigation chart. It'll pick up Lake Geneva. Now that's some of the tracks that we use that you can see on there, on where we've been and what we did. It also gives you the depth sounding here too. Those are your contour lines. and you can see it'll jump into we're sitting at about 60 feet of water right now. That little icon on there is where you're at in the world, and the GPS world shows the boat here, so you know where you're at as far as your charts go. Your chart will show you all kinds of shallow water, show you your deep water, and so on and so forth. So if you have a destination that you want to go to, you can zoom this in a little bit. The chart that's in here permanently is for the ocean use. You can get a inland chart. So that shows we're in 120 feet of water. So I've got that little arrow up there, and I can hit go to, and it'll give me a line. And I come down here so I can put this on heading hold, and come over here to this track point, which will give me, now we're locked in here, and that'll come around in a second. It'll start to steer itself, as you can see. It's moving on that, the boat's moving, and the chart isn't, of course. So it's put me on that point that I wanted to go to, and that'll put you anywhere you want to go, as big as your chart is and how expansive water you're in. It's pretty nice feature. We just got into 71 feet of water. There's a lot of fish that are suspended now in 30 feet. So if you're fishing with downriggers on this lake, you could drop your downriggers down to 30 feet with a lure, and you'd be in the zone where the fish are. So this is just some of the really nice navigation features on this boat. It also has radar on it to be used in bad weather. That's also on your chart here. It's got a single range. Be ready to transmit. It'll start to spin up and tell it it's okay. So it's be spinning up, and you'll get a radar image here in just a minute. We are on a three-quarter mile setting here as we speak. Okay, so what you see in red there is your landmass, and then what you see out in front of you is open water. These little red marks here, those are boats that are out here. So if it was foggy, or if you're in really, really rough water where you're spraying up over the windshield, this radar is just a must-have. This boat also is equipped with windshield wipers on one side, and it also has a washer on it, so that if you're in salt water, it'll help clear the windshield. That salt water will get on there, and it's pretty bad, and that'll wash the salt off. Great feature to have on a boat. That runs off of fresh water off the freshwater tank. So that's kind of everything about the instruments on here. Second owner of this boat's going to buy themselves a really, really great boat, and I'm going to save the best for last right now, and we're gonna take a look at these motors for a minute. That center pole between those two motors is a towing device. You can pull water skiers or tubers or whatever you want, and it's up out of the way. It's a great device. So that's your shallow water drive right up to that, and then you go into the next mode, which is the total lift on it. And we're right in that now, and it'll come up rapidly from there. So there's where the drives come right out of the water. All right, now we're going to put this into a hard turn as we speak. Now that's a real short turning radius, but you can see that the motors didn't blow out. They didn't cavitate. They just kept coming. 600 horsepower. You're right in the power curve right now. When you jump on it, it'll just lay you right back in the seat. So you got a long warranty on these two motors yet, and it's anything that happens to them is covered under Yamaha warranty, including any of the electronics shift and joystick. Anything that's connected with the motor is under warranty for till 2029. So that's an added feature. I always buy the extended warranty when I commission the boats. Not so much for me, because I normally keep these 2 years, but it's for the next buyer. And the nice thing about buying this boat in particular is it's been well maintained. All the 300-hour service has been done on it. So the only thing you're going to need to do is put gasoline in it till the next service, which would be at 100 hours, it'd be 400 hours, which will need an oil change and a lower unit oil change. So it's really, these Yamahas are very trouble-free motors to own. They're outstanding. We'll fire this up, and we'll put it up on plane here, and then head back to the dock.